I will very confidently say that if we have to call him an avatar of something, for me that is even not enough. He is Guruji, that is enough. But if we were to say that, the only thing that the most apt way to say it would be that he is the avatar of prema, of love, an avatar of compassion and love. When I say that, I do not mean to convey that I have understood this concept of prema, which has been regarded as the highest. There is that love that cannot be described but has to be experienced. But even from what we can perceive on a day-to-day basis, from what we see of Swamiji, from a very, very ordinary man's point of view, I can tell you that he is the incarnation of love. You know why? Because of the many paths there are to reach God, to realize that highest truth, the easiest and the most accessible, the most beautiful one is known as the Bhakti Marga, devotion. They say that this is the easiest, it's suitable for you, they say even in this age. And when we read about this Bhakti Marga, the path of devotion, we read about how the great Mahatmas, the great Bhaktas performed devotion towards their God by taking different bhavas, by adopting different attitudes, in the sense that the common ones that are known is the bhava of where you are Yashoda and God is your child, the Matru. Or you are parent and God is your child. That to have a bhakti like that, to be sucked up like a thing, like how Arjuna was to Bhagavan Krishna. To be a slave to the master, like how Hanumanji was the Dasa of Rama. To simply consider him as that supreme God and to be this humble devotee. And then to have it as the beloved, the Radha Krishna. So many bhavas, different bhavas have been described. I just listed a few. And it's just that you adopt one of these bhavas because these suit your lifestyle and your attitude, because you are so used to striking relationships with people. We are so used to doing that because we are always mother to somebody, we are friend to somebody, somebody is our master. So we are very used to that in the world. So out of compassion, it is said that to adopt these bhavas towards God, strike a relationship. It's very easy to do because it goes with the flow, with your attitude itself. Because to give up everything, close your eyes and say away something that's against our attitude. Whereas this goes with the flow. So adopt one of these bhavas, and then God becomes very easy to approach. The Guru becomes very easy to approach. It's been said in all the Bhakti Shastras. And we read about it in the lives of all the great Mahatmas and Bhaktas. But frankly, if we were to be very, very honest, this is the most difficult thing to do. It's not easy at all. It's not easy to have any of those bhavas, and when we see that, when I see myself and all the negativities that I have, I know very well that it is not possible for me to do any of those with that pure heart. It's not possible for me. So what do I do? What is described as the easiest way is also the most difficult one for me. So where am I left? What do I do now? I do this. This is where that prema goes in. The avatar of prema that I spoke about. It's because our Guruji, out of his compassion, he knows very well that I am incapable of doing all these things. Adopting all these bhavas and performing this bhakta like a perfect disciple is beyond me. So what he has done effectively in the lives of all the devotees is, he adopts that bhava towards us. He does not, the devotee is not even expected to do that, but that God, that Bhagavan, Guru Maharaj, strikes a relationship with every one of us with one of these bhavas. I'm sure everybody here agrees with that. Because he is like a father figure to me. With many of us, he's gone to us the way he has protected us in many situations. Like a friend, he will move with us, like a saka, like a master. So he has struck this relationship with every one of us, and it's actually God who's performing the sadhana here because he wants to somehow get the bhakta. And that is why I'm saying that he is that personification, an avatar of compassion, that avatar, that prema avatar. That's why I say that. Well, describing the Guru, there is a very nice verse in Tamil that goes, Arundurum Anaikkum Annai, Arivuladu, Odi, Vilandurum, Edukkum Appan, Vilayadum Bodu Tholan, Thorundurum Kakkum Devam, Sondamai Edukporkellam, Kurandai. Meaning, he is the father, he is the mother, he is the friend, he is your child, he is your God. So that is how your Guru is to you, how much easier can it get? And that is exactly what our Swamiji has done to millions and millions of bhaktas. And we are just going to share a very tiny droplet of that about how he has touched our lives in all these moments. If we begin with the part where he is the Arundurum Anaikkum Annai, Ariviladu, Odi, Vilandurum, Edukkum Appan. He is the father and mother to us. That's the meaning of that name. In our ashram in Madhura, which is located in the suburbs of Chennai, the biggest utsav that we have is Krishna Jayanti Utsav. Gokulashtami Utsav is the biggest festival of the year. It's a 10-day long festival, and everybody comes there because those 10 days Guru is there. He never travels, he is there. So everybody comes there to receive his blessings and the blessings of our Thakurji. For 10 days, it's very much like Vrindavan itself, like you're living in Vrindavan. And I distinctly remember one particular utsav when I was studying in college. On the concluding day, when the utsav was over and when all the devotees were leaving one by one, it would be a very beautiful sight. What Swamiji would do is, it's like a personal function is just completed at home, and normally you stand there and see people off as they go, right? So Swamiji would do exactly like that. He would see everybody off, he would wait, he would sit there, and family after family, people will come, the father, mother, children, everybody, they will come and they will all take his blessings and he will give them akshara and he will inquire each and every family about something very personal, and he would remember all those details very, very specifically, and he would do this to any number of people that come there. And I was standing on one side on one such day, and family after family was coming and they were doing this, and with that same smile in his face, for hours ahead, he was talking to them. And at the end of it all, many hours had elapsed, and I was really tired and about to faint. I wanted it to get over because I was really tired of standing, but he was not, naturally. That's why he is he and I am what I am, right? So he said, I was born in Kadalur, and I left one family in search of all these things. But do you know how many families I have today? I have the biggest family in the whole world, he said. Those words struck me very, very profoundly because I always remember it. It's one thing for us to say that he is my so-and-so, but if that Bhagavan himself sees us as his family, I think what greater fortune can there be? That is exactly what he said. I have so many families, all these are my children. And he takes care of us like that, like the father, like the mother. He touches everybody's lives like this, very personally. There was this devotee, the ashram, who has dedicated his life completely to performing Namasankirtan. And I think it must have been at least 7-8 years ago, or maybe even 10 years ago. That was the time when he first came to the ashram, and when he had darshan of Guruji. He had not come out of worldly life yet. He was still doing that also, and he used to come and go. He could sing very well. He was a very prolific singer, well trained in Carnatic music, and wanted to become a big vocalist.